Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to replace the faucets on the Roman tub. I wasn't originally going to do it, but two things came up. The valve over here is pretty much shot, and that one's ready to go. And this faucet does not actually match the faucets we're getting for the sinks. So I made an access hole. The other thing is this never had an access door for service at all. So I had to cut a hole in here, a couple of holes in here, and you know, find out where the valves are. The valves are in the back there because there's a I'll show you that later. There's a 12 by 12 fresh air intake grill, which I'm replacing. Actually, it's plastic, and I'm going to get the metal one, a metal louver. But anyway, the valves are over on that end. I have to go outside to hook everything up. I could probably shut them off here, but there's no access, getting back to access. So it's like, once the new cabinets go in here, how the hell am I going to get access to do this in case there's a malfunction or something wrong? So I have a 6 by 9 access door, and it'll be colored close to this color as far as paint goes. But I will have to notch out some more of this tile, and then I have a patch for this over here, all ready to go. But I have to do my plumbing first. So that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to have some difficulty getting these off, I know, for sure. And everything else is here, and as I'll show you step by step of how I do this. So just let you know, it's probably not going to be that easy, but I'm going to do what I can to get this valve body out of here and shut the water off first. So with that being said, stick around. Alright, I shut the valves off. And isolated the Roman tub. When I go to replace the valves with the shark bite valves, when I do it outside, you'll see I'll shut the main off, the main water supply off, obviously. But for right now, I'm going to try and get these out, and they're all locked up and frozen. So you'll see that I might have to put a Stilson wrench on it, or I might have to break them free because they're plastic. These scutcheon plates are plastic, so and they do screw down. But they've been on here for over 20 years, you know, and there's all sorts of stuff underneath that's preventing me from turning it. So I'll try it again one more time, and then I'm just going to have to break it off. So just to let you know, that's where we're at with that. So after it's all cleaned up, I did check this as far as the openings go. They are 10 inches on center. It's a little snug, I gotta tell you. So I'm gonna bring it in from the bottom. This is the hot side. How do I know that? With a magnifying glass, I could see the word hot over here on this white neoprene, what do you call it, valve. All right, so that's hot. Facing in the tub, hot and cold. And I'm going to feed it up through the bottom. Leave the cables out. These are tight. This is all soldered up real good. These are tight. If I get it on here and I can mount this, because I have some conflicting instructions from the manufacturer of this and the manufacturer of the faucet itself with the nuts and the washers and stuff like that. So I'm going to feed it up through here and then work with it accordingly depending on the height and elevation. I don't know if I have to cut this on the spout itself inside, there's 2 O-rings that are up about, one starts at about 1 inch and the other one's about a 1/2 inch further from that. So it's got to be at least 2 inches above that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and feed it in there and leave the cables outside for now. I can always put them back in. All right, so here we go. So now that the faucet, the handles and the spout are installed properly, nice and tight and neat, and remember I did connect these hoses, these stainless steel braided hoses on nice and tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shark bite valve on it. It's easy to do that when in a hole, and with these shark bite valves, you know, when you first get them, you got to kind of like open it up so it moves freely, because they're locked tight from the factory. Anyway, this comes off, that'll go back on, and then it just gets pushed up tight to here. It doesn't really matter, you know, one way or the other. But also with these shark bite fittings, you can rotate them after they're installed. So when you install them, because naturally this would be down on the pipe lower, you install them, and then when it feels like it's home, it's really not home. You got to press straight down hard so it'll lock straight in. The most important thing about these valves, so they don't leak, is that the cut has to be perfectly square on top, perfectly even, level, and go right on top of it, because there's a gasket inside there too, an O-ring gasket. Anyway, so I figured, what the hell, let me just put these on. This is the cold water. Cold water here, hot water here, if you're inside the tub. Okay, I put these on, and I'll tighten down. And I'll tighten a little bit more with this. Not too crazy, don't go crazy with them. That should be fine. Next one, hot water. Tighten it up a little bit. Just snug, that should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to stuff it all back in the hole, all the way to the back there. If you see those pipes there, the drain line, the valves are right in there. It's hard to see with the camera angle, but I'm going to bring the camera outside, and I have to take the 12x12 plastic grill off, the vent, and I'm going to get rid of that. Like I said earlier on the video, I have a nice extruded aluminum louver, which is really cool, and I have an 1.5 by 1.5 angle, aluminum angle, which I'm going to make a frame first, and then put that in and install that, and then put the louver on top of that, because I really don't want any surface screws, and I'll show you how a sheet metal worker puts it together without having to use screws on the outside. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go outside. Of course, naturally, the hot water line right next to the pipe here is coming up it's coming up on the through the slab crooked, so that's going to be a problem, a little bit of a problem. I just clean it off so that there's no debris when I go to put the shark bite valves on. Cold water, hot water. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. This was not easy to do because of the existing conditions with the old valve assembly. It was murder to get off, and obviously as you saw from the other views outside, the hot water half-inch pipe that comes through the slab is crooked. Not surprising. The cold water was pretty good, off a little bit but not much. And so that's it, we're all good to go. It doesn't leak right now, everything's good, checked it. Just do a general cleanup. I'm going to make a patch for this, and I also have to cut some of the tile out here to receive the 9x6 access panel for future things down the road. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do any of this stuff. I'm not going to cut the tile out until I get the cabinets here, which are coming I think next week sometime. And then it should be 21 inches off the wall to the face frame, to the front of the face frame. But I want to see exactly where that lands before I actually commit myself to putting a patch on here with an opening here and cutting the tile. So you'll see that on the next video, probably when I start assembling and installing the cabinetry over here in this area. So with that being said, please like and subscribe to our videos, our channel. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.